In Fox 5 Health News, at a White House briefing today, top officials warn that the Zika virus is, quote, scarier than we thought. And a new study says the virus may be associated with another brain disease that could attack adults.
Yikes. Joining us now is Fox 5 medical contributor Dr. Devi So good to see you. But this is very frightening, and you know, a lot of us were suspecting that we didn't have all of the information
Sure.
as we've been talking about it for so many months.
I agree with you. I mean, in the beginning, we thought this wouldn't really be coming to this country, that, you know, Zika itself doesn't really harm the people that are infected as much, that they might not even know it. But now we're learning a lot more, and it's very alarming when you hear the CDC saying that it's scarier than we thought.
Yes.
I mean, you know, what they're referring to is that we still don't really understand how Zika works, so how it's affecting the brains of these babies that are being born, right, or how it's causing miscarriages. I mean, at least in terms of some promising news, there's a conference coming up, the American Academy of Neurology, next week, and they have some different theories as to how it's working. So they did studies in the lab, and they found that actually in the lab it seems to affect the brain cells, so to shrink them and damage them that way. But other studies looking at humans, so looking to see, you know, let's say people who weren't pregnant, but people who just got infected with Zika in Brazil and actually came to the doctor and got diagnosed, which is only a small minority if you think about it, right? But if they got diagnosed with it, that some of them developed these neurological symptoms. So things where the virus actually attacked what's called myelin. It's the insulation for the brain and spinal cord. So it's similar to what happens in multiple sclerosis, for example. But basically that there are different parts of the brain that this virus might be attacking. So, you know, it's alarming to think it might attack different parts, but at least it's one step forward in terms of figuring out where can we block the virus. So where could we develop a treatment, or where could we develop a vaccine that would work?
Right, and I mean, how far are we on that road?
So that's
not too far,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. I mean, I'm worried. We were talking about this just a moment before. I mean, we had a big scare with Ebola, right? Where Ebola got funding eventually and the whole country was paying attention. But now with Zika, I think people are, you know, after Ebola sort of came and passed, I mean, it affected obviously other countries, but not us as much in the U.S. I'm worried that people may not be paying as much attention to Zika, and then something more dangerous is coming our way, which may not get the funding it needs.
Gotcha. They seem to be warning sounding the alarms now, though, so let's hope that is not the deal. All right. And this is probably a pretty fascinating story, too.
Being married could boost your odds of beating cancer. Do tell, do tell.
Especially for us dopey men.
So this is a new study, actually. It came out looking at data of people who were married in the past. So it's not people who got married today and we're looking to see if they develop cancer or not. But at least according to the results, it looks like, you know, if you were married, you had, as a male, you had a 30% or almost 30% chance of being able to beat the cancer. And if you're a woman, about 20%. So there are two ways of looking at it. You know, it makes it seem like maybe being married is protective, or it makes you worry that if you're single, that maybe that would be a risk factor, right? So we try to wonder why, you know, why would that be?
Right.
Well, at first when I saw it, I thought maybe it was related to financial issues, that if you're married, you have pooled resources, or if you're married, maybe you have better insurance because you pick whoever has the better job and the better insurance. But these researchers actually controlled for that. So it seems like it's something different, something protective about maybe love and marriage.
I was thinking happiness, contentment, perhaps.
You're more optimistic than I was at first, but yeah, you're the one who's probably
there are no depressed married people. I mean, come on, let's be real.
Never.
But it's probably, so if you're in love, what happens is, or they're, you know, bonding, there's a hormone called oxytocin that gets released.
The love drug, right.
Yeah, the love drug. It actually helps with breastfeeding and other things, but it might calm down, well, lower your stress hormones and help you calm down, and actually that might make a big difference both in cancer or heart disease or other different conditions.
Very interesting. Wow, all right. Learn something new every day. Dr. Devi, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.